Hi everyone, I'm gonna be filming another video, whatever. My Sephora stuff came in. I did place one order after my Sephora order for the Natasha Denona face palette, but my Sephora haul, I ultimately only got 5 things, one of which was the Sephora brush cleaner, which is like my favorite thing ever. What I got besides the Sephora brush cleaner, which I adore, I got the rose quartz palette. I'm so excited about this. I'm probably not going to use this today because I want to do 3 looks 1 palette using this, 3 or 4 depending on how I feel. But I did get YSL. I got 2 YSL lips. I wanted to get more, but I held back, and ultimately it's a good thing I did because literally like half an hour later, you guys probably saw my community post where YSL was doing buy one get one free on select lips. Now it did not include the water stain, and it also did not include the Slim Radical, both of which I do want shades in. So those I'll, work on in the next several months because YSL lips are they're a thing. But so I got the YSL Tatouage Couture matte lipstick in the shade, they don't write the actual shade names, but this is one of the nude ones. It says nude in the title. You can see it's different from the cream one that I got from Bergdorf Goodman because it has a gold lid instead of a black one. And then what I was more excited to get is the water stain in the shade 617. I don't know why they don't, like, you pay so much for this and they just have the number on the bottom. They don't even have the, I am on the verge of printing out stickers with the shade names on them and then sticking them on the side of the tube, or else I'm never gonna remember. But I got it was one of the coral shades. I have like 6 or 7 of the shades in this range in my wish list right now, but knowing that YSL's website has such good sales, I'm gonna try and hold off. And lastly, arguably what I was most excited about is I got something from Charlotte Tilbury, the Nudegasm face palette. Now you guys, I literally have 0 things from Charlotte Tilbury at this point. I got rid of the Flawless filter because I just would always forget to use it, so it's just a waste for me to have it. I got rid of the Airbrush Flawless Finish Pressed Powder, which, sacrilegious to say, I don't like it. I don't think it does anything. So this will be the first thing I've gotten from Charlotte Tilbury in a really long time. The reason I ultimately went for it is because these 2 shades here, I think are gonna be amazing contour bronzer shades for me. Like, this is so dreamy for me. I think this will be perfect. And then I can mix it with this to make it darker or whatever. I think this will be lovely. And I did swatch this in store before I bought it online, and I absolutely loved how this looked. Now, I think this highlighter is, again, not gonna work for me unless I put it on top of blush, but that's besides the point. I mostly am so excited to use these 2. So I'm gonna use this today. Urban, and then Ulta threw me more coupons with 10x points, so I used the coupon. It was 10x points to like select eyeshadow palettes, and you guys know. So I was waiting for this to go on sale because Urban Decay stuff goes on sale pretty quickly these days, which rip. 10x points is honestly a pretty good deal for me as well. So I did get Urban Decay Naked Cyber. I know this palette sucks, so I'm not really expecting anything out of it, but at the same time, the packaging, it's one of those things where this packaging is really just a piece of art for me. This is something that I would display and look at. I love it. I'm gonna prime with my Dominique Cosmetics primer. It's late at night and my skin is dry. Like, I'm not even kidding. I laid down on the couch just to catch my breath for a minute, and suddenly it was 3 hours later. I mean, what the heck? And then yesterday as well, the exact same thing happened. I laid down just for a minute to catch my breath, and then I slept for 2 hours, so love that for me. Jaclyn under eye primer. So whenever I have days like this where I don't want to have to put on a ton of makeup because I know it's all coming off right after I finish filming, I do just put on some concealer, just enough to cover. So I'm just using my Lancome concealer, and I'm just going to use this concealer as foundation, but I'm just not using very much, just because I just do not feel like putting on a full face of foundation only to take it all off, an hour from now. So I'm just gonna put this on. And honestly, the coverage on this is good enough that this totally could be, somebody could buy this and use this only as their foundation all the time, just as part of their normal routine. Like, if Lancome actually went ahead and took the Teint Idole concealer, released a foundation sized bottle of it, I would actually go out and buy it. Still gotta conceal those dark circles. I just spritzed my face with my usual setting spray in lieu of powder because my skin's really dry. Brow Wiz in Ebony. NYX brow pen, fill in the fronts. Base is done. I am gonna go ahead and work on my cheeks first. So this is the Nudegasm face palette, and I just swirled my brush between them both because I think they'll both together. I can just tell looking at it, it's one of those harder pressed, like kind of baked formulas. I don't know if it's like actually baked, but it's definitely harder pressed. It's like a cheek pop formula. So that's why I'm using this brush here, and it's going on really well. Of course I expect it. I'm like, for how much it costs. If it didn't work, I would be so mad. If I use just the dark shade, then it's a little too bronzy for me. And if I were to use just this shade, it'd be good for contour, but these two together makes for a really great bronzing shade for me. And this is ultimately really like 90% of the reason I wanted to buy this palette was because of the two contour bronzy shades. It's so hard to find something that works for my undertones. So if I see something that I think it'll work, definitely want to jump on it. And I didn't realize that this was limited edition. Now that I think about it, she probably comes out with stuff like this like every year, doesn't she? Yeah, this is a really nice. And then I'm just gonna go into just the lighter one so that I can just like kind of just make sure everything looks the way I like it. I kind of wish she had just released these two as a duo now, like that would be much easier. I just put a little bit on my nose just to contour my nose a little bit. Yeah, this is really nice. Okay, let's move on to the eyes. So as you can tell, this palette is, I mean, it's here and it exists. It's actually a really big deal in Asia. A lot of people in Asia really like it, probably because of how soft it is. So we're just gonna mess around. I don't really think I'm gonna produce anything revolutionary. So I'm gonna start with Virtual, which is right here. It really is just such a shame that such a beautiful such an amazing concept with like amazing packaging, you end up with shades like this. Like, oh, what a shame. I'm sure it'll perform fine, but it's like beyond that though, it's not amazing. It's just fine. And like Urban Decay used to be a lot better. My sister had one of their older palettes. It was like one of the limited edition ones with like the pop-ups and everything. I remember being really jealous and I would like use it without even telling her. And she watches my videos, so now you know. Okay, I'll be honest, this shade here is actually really pretty. I can see why everyone in Asia likes it so much. Now Urban Decay doesn't sell in China, but that doesn't stop people from acquiring it. Or you just import it if you really want it that bad. People do that all the time. Sebastian's sitting on my desk and he has the world's longest tail. I've never seen a cat with a tail like his. His tail is longer than he is long. The cats know they're not supposed to be on my makeup desk, and I do have one of those motion activated air spray canisters that keeps them off, but when I'm on here and I turn the canister off and move it so I can film, they know and then they come bother me. Okay, so that's what that's looking like. Honestly, it looks fine. It's really pretty, honestly. I know there's a reason they call this naked. I'm gonna go in with Bite, and I'm just gonna deepen up my outer corner a little bit. I do feel like the matte range in this palette sucks because it's all warm corals. Your looks are all gonna turn out looking the same. Even though the duochromes are pretty varied, your looks are all gonna come out looking the exact same because the mattes all are in the same color family. So I'm just using this as like a really general kind of wing-shaped shadow wing. I'm just imagining if I was in China seeing my family, what makeup would I wear when I'm going out to like the shopping mall? This is about what I would wear. I don't wear very extreme makeup in China. I have like once or twice, like I once wore really bold red winged eyeliner when I was in Xi'an. Got me a couple of weird stares. So generally speaking, I do try my best to blend in with the general like air of wherever I am. So like in a city like Shenzhen, I felt like I could be a little bit more fun and extreme, but at the same time, just, you know, everyone in China really just is going for something really subtle, so I don't go too crazy. And like the same with my outfits too, I notice I'll dress really super like girly and cute and whatever. I mean, I like wearing cute clothes, so it's not like it's a real sacrifice for me, but whenever I'm traveling, blending in with the culture and wearing what people there would normally wear and wearing the makeup they would normally wear, I feel like for me is like half the fun. So that's just like I mean, what can I say? It's fine. It's like, it's fine. It's boring and it's fine, which it's called naked. So I guess that's the point. I don't really feel like I have the right to complain about this palette when the entire point of it is to be easy and not too much. And so I like don't really know what to say about it because I feel like it does the job that it was designed to do. I think it'll be really fun for me to use static and maybe also not a bot. We'll go for it. And now I know from swatches online and also Temptalia's reviews that the shimmer is pretty disappointing. No expectations here, but I'm gonna take static and we're gonna put that on my eyelid. This will be like the point shade. Yeah, meh, brush, performances, whatever. It looks fine on my finger, so we'll see what happens when I actually put it on my eyelid. I predict fallout. Yep, it's falling all over my face. Good grief. Okay, actually this is really pretty. I stand corrected. I can definitely see why this is so big in Asia right now. It totally fits with that aesthetic, but I will say it just fell all over my face. Next time I can use like a tackier eye primer or something and that can help fix it. So I think I lost some of the coralness with the static being a little bit more silver toned, so I'm gonna also go in with the shade Electrode, which is pretty standard copper toned shimmer. This one does not feel as loosely pressed as static, so I'm just gonna take this on the, I'm just gonna like use this to bring back some of that orange that I had in my look. Alright, let's go into static again for the other side, and I am going to try and take care to not let this fall all over my face. Yeah, it's not like a super punchy metallic, which is definitely what I usually prefer, but at the same time, it still has a really pretty twinkly effect to it, so I can't really say I dislike it either. Electrode feels a lot more firmer pressed into the pan, so there's not a fallout issue with that shade, but it is definitely a lot more subtle. Okay, so that's gonna be the shimmers on my eyelid. Honestly, I really like how it looks. And like I said earlier, I do want to take the shade Not a Bot. I think this will make for a really good inner corner highlight shade. We'll see how this picks up on a brush. So it just kind of adds a little something something on the inner corners. Static is pretty light, so I don't know if I needed to put in Not a Bot, but I just wanted to. They clash a little bit, but at the same time it like doesn't look awful. I'm gonna go in with Metadata, which is a more standard champagne looking shade with a drop of pink added in, and I'm gonna put this as my under eye highlighting shade. Ooh. This is almost borderline satin, but that means it actually highlights my under eye really nicely. I like it. I like how it looks, honestly. So that's what the eyes are looking like. It is nothing remarkable. It's nothing to write home about. Duochrome, schmuochrome. This is literally like, they were like, let's barely make it a duochrome. I don't even know if I personally could qualify these for duochromes. I can use this orange blush, which I'm excited about. I'm gonna try that. Glowy. It is pretty glowy. It's not unbearable. I wouldn't say this is my favorite blush finish. I don't mind it being in this palette, but if this was a single, I would not have any interest in buying it. It's the best way I can describe it. It is easy to use. As expected, this palette seems to be great quality, which is, I would be so mad if it wasn't. Looking good so far. I don't have any complaints over anything I've used. I'm gonna try this highlight. We'll see how this goes. A little nervous. Yeah, definitely gonna be a highlighter I have to put on top of the blush. I don't want to put on too much because this blush is glowy and I already feel like I might look a little bit oily now from that, so I'm gonna stop there. I cannot use that highlighter on the rest of my face. I'm going to pick a different highlighter. Generally, when I need a highlighter and I don't know what to use, I just go for Gold Sheer from Clio. I think this highlighter is fantastic. This is kind of my go-to nose bridge highlighter, and then I put the rest on my chin. I love that my lashes are lifted. It makes my lashes, it just saves me so much time, and it saves me and my lashes the effort of waterproof mascara. Definitely really nice. I think I'm probably just going to continue to get my lashes lifted until further notice. The place that I go to charges me $60, which I think for lasting about 2.5 to 3 months is well worth it for me, so I'm probably gonna keep doing it. I know that like is gonna make my lashes a little bit less relatable for those of you with straight Asian lashes, but that is just what I want to do. The first part of me to become an unrelatable influencer is my eyelashes. Now, during the Ulta early Black Friday sale, the Damn Girl mascara was 40% off, so it was like $15, and I remember really liking it, but it has been over a year since the last time I used it because it's been over a year since my lashes last got lifted. So I bought it again, and I forgot how giant the stupid brush is, so it's really hard for me to use. Whose eyes are this made for? So what I do is I actually use this is so unsanitary, you guys. I don't recommend doing this, but I use this brush and I load it up with product from this brush, which I know it's really unsanitary, you guys. You really shouldn't do this because this is a brand spanking new mascara, and now I'm putting old ass mascara. That's besides the point. I like this brush a lot, so. And then I just use this brush because I remember really liking how volumizing the Damn Girl mascara is, but holy crap, I forgot. That brush is so uninclusive. I don't know whose eyes can use that brush. And I remember Nakia Joy, who I watch, she loves this mascara and has the exact same problem. Cannot use the brush at all. So she uses tiny disposable ones. Now I have had my Tainty Doll mascara for way past the recommended time you're supposed to have a mascara. So I do plan on washing the brush and just screwing it into the Damn Girl one, and I'm just gonna call it a day. But you can see that it is really volumizing, but it doesn't clump my lashes up. And now I remember that's why I liked it so much, was because it did that. It also, I love the effect of Better Than Sex. I love how it makes my lashes look, but it flakes and it smudges, which I feel like it does that on basically everyone I've ever heard use it. It has the exact same problem, which is why I don't know why it's the best-selling mascara in the United States. But this looks the exact same as Better Than Sex, but it doesn't smudge or flake. I mean, who knew? So this mascara is superior, and I don't know why its reviews suck because it is really good. I just cannot use that stinking brush. Makes my lashes look really good. I'm not gonna load up my lower lashes very much because the eyeshadow is pretty subtle. And now I'm just using the Tainty Doll mascara for the lower lashes. And I can definitely tell compared to my Damn Girl mascara, which is fresh, that my Tainty Doll mascara is beginning to dry up. Yeah, you can really tell on this side that it's getting dry. So I think the last thing this needs is a little bit of eyeliner, so I'm just gonna pop some brown wing liner on the edges. A look like this definitely will benefit from it just for the added definition it can provide. And I'm just using a soft brown and I'm just drawing the wings, that's it. I still have not found a liquid liner with this particular shade of brown, so I'm really glad this hasn't dried out yet. The day it dries out, I'm gonna like have a full-blown funeral for it. I have totally been on the Jaclyn lip liner train for Blondie, but I do want to actually pan this, so I'm just gonna keep using this until I pan it first. And I believe Morphe's having a sale, so I might take a peek and see if the lip liners are on sale again. I want to try that shade Pony keeps talking about, Backseat Love. Do you guys ever want to see a dedicated lip tutorial of how I do my lips? Just let me know in the comments. Because you guys know I totally catfished the internet with my lips, so. Okay, lips are lined, so I'm gonna, I can't decide. So this is a more pink shade, so I'm gonna leave this for I think this actually will go really well in the rose quartz video that I'm gonna be working on next. So I'm gonna use the YSL Tatouage Couture Matte lipstick in 39. It's like nude something. I'll have, as usual, it'll be in the product box where I always say what what shade it is in the text, so you guys will just see it there. I'm gonna use this. I don't actually have a color like this in my collection. I know YSL really like markets the applicator as being like super great, and I've used this shape applicator already in their cream line, and it is a really nice applicator actually. This is a really thin formula, so the cream one, which I've already used, is a lot stickier and thicker feeling. This is like thin and basically liquid, very runny. And most of my liquid lipsticks are from Korea, so they tend to be more moussey and velvety, so this is not something I'm super familiar with, but feels really nice. I've never used this formula before, but I know it's like super talked about, so I was excited to buy a shade in it. It's not super opaque, so it's very hard to over apply. Like, you know, some liquid lipsticks, you literally have to like rub off all the product on the neck of the bottle or else it just comes off way too much. This is like what comes out when you unscrew it. You don't have to wipe off, it's enough. And I am gonna put on a second layer because I wiped some off. I need a second layer. Layers really well. I like this. I can see why people like this formula so much. It definitely doesn't feel like any other formula I have in my collection, so I appreciate that. I would say that these cream stains are, you can see here, you can see the cream stain. If you look on the applicator, you can see the little trail where it came out of the bottle and left, it's like stringy because of how thick it is. I don't know, I think they're both nice. This one is definitely really matte. Here's what it looks like on my lips. I don't have a shade like this in my collection, so I definitely am glad I have this shade because this is definitely a really great nude for me. So I'm glad to have it. There's very minimal transfer right now. I'm sure in a few minutes it'll set even more. And this is gonna be my finished look. I know my t-shirt color is not matching at all, but I like see a ton of, I know most YouTubers I follow always have like really amazing fancy tops that match with every single makeup look they wear. I've been wearing t-shirts probably in 99% of the videos I've made, which not sorry, it's just I'm in comf mode most of the day, okay? I don't know if I'm gonna wake up with a flat stomach or with a 6 months pregnant stomach, so t-shirts and sweats. And I'm not apologizing, so ignore the t-shirt part and just look at my face. So yeah, this is what it's looking like, and I think it looks amazing. I forgot how much I love the Damn Girl mascara, so I'm really glad I got it again. I did cave and I got the Sephora mascara set because at first I was like, oh, it's just a bunch of minis, but then I realized that you get the you can like redeem a voucher in it to get the full size of the one you like the most in that set, and I was like, oh, that's actually super worth it now. So I did go ahead and get that, and I'm excited to try all those out, like mini mascara bonanza. There's something really fun about just trying a bunch of different mascara minis. I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. So I'll be excited about that, but yeah, it's like once I get a lash lift, I just have to like make the most of it, you know? I like everything I tried, honestly. I like this look. It's like super simple, super basic, super boring, but I really like how it turned out. I'm surprised that I actually really like Naked Cyber. Would I recommend it? I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if I feel comfortable recommending you guys spend full price. If it's on sale, I don't think you guys would dislike it. If you like what it's meant for, I guess I could say, like, it's boring, but it looks really nice, but it's boring. I honestly look really done up for having only put on like a little bit of concealer in certain places, but other than that, I love how this turned out. I'm feeling really pretty. I'm gonna go wash all this off and just get in a quick workout, and I'm gonna go right back to bed, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video very, very soon. Bye!